How do you feel about putting this dude in a suitcase or something?
I feel really bad about that.
Police, stop what you're doing right now. Take your hands off of the suitcase.
I'm waiting for an ambulance to arrive.
Okay.
And then I'm going to be a little stowaway.
Who else was in the house with you?
Do you know the cryptid?
Holy shit, what the fuck? Who are you? Who the fuck are you?
Joanie, right? Joanie, it's clear that the volatility of my magic has very negatively affected your day.
You are going to stay here until Kelly shows up. And if you leave, I am calling the police. Nammi, you cannot talk to the police.
Oh.
You ever heard of the Dread Ringers? Can you get us out of here?
I can try.
You and Ace phase through the back wall of this police station, and suddenly you are outside in the streetlights. And Ace says, okay, now we have to run. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Pest Control, an actual play podcast with Q Times. I'm your GM, Sam. I use he, him pronouns, and this week we're returning to our game of Monster of the Week by Michael Sands and Evil Hat Productions. This season is focused on the community of Norfork, a town that is being eaten by the much larger city, which has hemmed it in with highways and rapid expansion. We have a couple of tenets that we're going to be trying to stick to as a part of playing this season. Number one is show the community. Show your connection to it, show where it comes together, and show where it is fraying. And number two is show the world of the myriads. Show how the world is different now in ways both complex and mundane. Let's start with you, William.
Hi, I'm William, they, them, and I am playing Kelly Aberdeen, he, him, the Crooked.
My name is Jonas Newhouse, generally going by they, them pronouns, and I am playing Rabbit, the shapeshifter, who will generally go by he, they pronouns.
And I'm Sam Darr, she, they, and I'm playing Nammi, the divine, who uses she, her pronouns.
I want to pick back up with Kelly. Kelly, I'm imagining that you are exiting the hospital. Is that right?
Yeah.
You're in the city. You did not drive here, obviously, but you know the city pretty well. You probably know the area around the hospital decently. Where are you headed next?
Police station.
Okay. All right. Do you check your phone at this point?
Yes. Yeah, because I texted Rabbit that Nammi had gotten arrested. So I would check my phone.
So there's two messages for you. There is a missed call from Rabbit.
Probably a few, if I'm being honest.
Probably a few. And there is a text message from Jillian Murphy, which says, my house?
Kelly will think about that for a second. Just, like I actually like a moment of like I feel like just walking down these like sort of like darker city streets, just like, well, I could. But oh no, I have other things to do. Okay, so I didn't open it, but I opened the preview of it so that I could see that because it's a short enough message.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just gonna leave that unread.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna call Rabbit.
Okay.
Call Rabbit while I'm like getting on some like public transport or something to like drive me to like a bus that drives me closer to the police station or something.
Well, let's take a moment here just before we get this conversation with Rabbit. Kelly is probably the one that is most familiar with the city. So why don't you tell me, as you exit this hospital, what does the city look like?
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, like I see this like section of this like near the hospital and that kind of thing. They actually have like kind of wide streets. Picture like the worst part of like New York that you could think of. It is like the opposite of that. It is okay. This is the section that I think the city is trying to be like, see, everyone could be like this. Mm-hmm. Look at this. It's got a lot of like nice trees and foliage. They have plenty of like park benches, and here they don't have the little like anti-houseless person like notches and like and pointy things and stuff, and you're like oh wow, look at this. But then you go like, oh, but there aren't any like unhoused people here. And then like because there's a sweeping like police presence you see like police cars driving by constantly.
Sure.
Like
there's a cruiser
kind of
coming up to the corner as you exit the hospital.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of stuff. So it is like, it's like wide and open. It's still got skyscrapers, like tall buildings, that kind of stuff. It is like a thick of the capital T, capital C city, but it is well kept, probably where they put most of their money. to be honest. And this is like around the area where they would be like showing people if they were trying to schmooze or whatever, you know? So I think like stepping out of there, I love the idea of like just like whipping out my phone and walking down. And then like, I think this place has a subway system. So I want to like, get down, like start like walking down into the subway. So, and then I see that I get these missed calls. So I stop literally on the subway stairs because I know if I go down there, I'm going to lose service.
Right.
And then like I'm on the subway steps as people are crossing like in front of and like behind me and stuff. And just like this is where I take the call.
I think it's a lot of, this is a Saturday night. So I think it's a lot of people going out to a bar. There's like some like upper middle class couples, a little bit dressed up, going to a nice restaurant. And I think as we look up, we can see past Kelly up through the stairway of this subway. And we just see those huge high rises, just like with just a few lights on them in a couple different places. And I think right as we hear this call, we also hear a distant rumble of thunder because there is a rain shower that is moving in. So Rabbit, what was the text that you sent out? Like basically as Joanie was leaving you in the room.
What we had talked about before is like 15 minutes would have gone by with Rabbit trying to get a hold of Kelly, basically, which is that time that we saw Kelly basically in the hospital.
Right.
And once it was like, okay, I can't get a hold of Kelly, I need help, Rabbit sent a text to one of his moms that says, I think I messed up. I haven't said much unless if it was true, but someone saw me change. What do I do?
Yeah.
So that's gone out there.
And Rabbit, you normally would expect response from your moms very, very quickly. Like your moms are not people to leave things on read. And the fact that they have not yet responded to you, it hasn't been that long, but the fact that they have not yet responded to you is probably a little bit troubling.
Okay, cool.
Is it rhyming on purpose?
No, not at all. But isn't that fun? It's like a little bedtime story. Good night, Moon.
Yeah, good night, Rabbit.
Which episode is going to be named like, Good Night, Moon?
Oh my god!
The episode where Rabbit dies.
Yeah, the episode where Rabbit dies.
Yeah. And is reborn as Moon Jesus. Okay.
Okay,
so,
cool. Boop, 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 boop.
Kelly. Are you okay? Stay on the phone. Stay on the phone.
Yeah,
can you stay right here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Actually, do you know Joanie's phone number? Like top of your head? I need to get her in here, but I can't go out. Joanie saw me change.
Can you calm down for like a second? I just I don't know. Got
maybe
out of a weird situation.
Listen. Okay.
I am all ears.
No, I hear you. Okay. Just give me a second. I am panicking. So I was you, actually I should really talk quietly. I was you, as you know. And I was doing your job. I was doing great. We'll talk about tips later if that comes up. But anyway,
okay.
You know how I'm still kind of like getting the hang of shifting a lot of the time, and I've never been you before, so I wasn't able to hold on to it, and I changed back into like my moon rabbit form, my friend shape, and
Did you do it like in a bathroom or something?
It was in like your back closet kind of area. Joanie brought me in here to talk. And
wait, you got brought back there. You talked as me, and then I
was you, and then I was me.
And Joanie was still there.
And now I'm me, and Joanie saw all of that happen. So Joanie's freaking out. Honestly, if I'm being honest, she's handling it pretty well, all things considered. But she's not going to let me leave here until she hears from you. So I told her that I know you. I told her that I am your friend. And I told her a lot of lies. Okay, and I'm going to stand by that those are lies because some of them weren't actually, but she can't know anything that she doesn't need to know.
What did you tell her? So that I can like back up your story.
I need to decide right now if my two best friends know that Rabbit is a witch, because I think that from what I've established, the Covenant is kind of trying to keep a low profile.
Sure.
So I think I'm going to leave that out right now and just say that is one thing I haven't told them. So cool. So Nammi and Kelly know about the shapeshifting, but not about the Coven or anything. Just that I have moon magic and I've always had it my whole life. So as me, I basically told her that I have these magic properties that make people perceive things differently, and if I'm being honest, looking back on it, feels kind of gaslighty, and I feel really bad about it because I was basically making her doubt her reality.
No, hold on. I don't care about like the power stuff. I'm saying like, what did you tell Joanie about like why you were me?
Oh, I basically didn't tell her that it was. I told her it wasn't on purpose, and if she saw me as you, she must have just been confused because of my magic. That's the thing.
Okay, so Joanie doesn't know where I am right now.
Right, but that's why I tried to call you quite a few times.
And Joanie's like, okay, if you're here, so
I need Joanie to talk to you right now.
Okay.
Is there like I don't know, is there like a buzzer, like intercom thing in here? Like, what's my best way out of getting to get to her?
Joanie did say you could come out and find her if you got Kelly on the phone.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't want anybody who saw Kelly go into the closet to see Rabbit coming out. Is there only one door out of this place?
Yes.
Okay, does the door lock?
Yes.
From the inside?
Sure.
Okay, I would like to lock the door and then knock on it. Because in my mind, Joanie, let me think about this. I mean, there is a role for what's my best way out, which might not be this, but I'm just like, what's the best way to protect the victim? Me. I want to I think I want to try to summon Joanie without letting anyone else in, I guess.
Okay.
Should I roll to see if there's a better idea than my Jonas thought? Okay.
I have an idea.
All right.
What if you use your gravity magic to draw Joanie towards the office?
Oh, God. That's such a bad idea, Sam. That's such a bad idea. Because here's
a great idea.
It is. Remember when that cube smashed into the wall?
And I can't even see her. I don't even know her that well, so I'm not even attuned to her gravitational pull.
This is Rabbit's chance to prove themselves.
Okay. Kelly, I need to run something by you, okay? I've got a couple ideas here. I need to talk to Joanie, and I need you to talk to Joanie so that everything can be okay. I don't want her to freak out.
You just need me to talk to Joanie?
Yeah. Oh, wait, can you call her?
I hang up on Rabbit.
And Rabbit stares at the door just like Moat, the little ball of light that is Rabbit's forever companion, kind of floats up and is like, Moat definitely wants to fuck with some gravity magic right now. And they just kind of have and Rabbit just looks at Moat and says, not today, buddy. We'll practice.
Beep, 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 ring, ring.
Hi, this is Cheapskate. Joanie speaking.
Joanie, hey, it's Kelly.
Kelly.
Yeah,
holy shit.
I heard my friend Rabbit is in a closet.
So they are your friend?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, Rabbit and I go way back. I don't know what's going on. I stopped by a little bit earlier. I was there. I had to step out because I was feeling really sick. So I don't know, what interaction you had with Rabbit, since you and I definitely saw each other for a little while and had some sort of an interaction. But I did have to step out, and I was there.
Okay.
Rabbit just has some powers or something, and by the way, keep this on the DL because, there's just a lot of prying eyes around, some big floppy ears, not Rabbit, but, and I just...
You are so taking shifts this week.
Oh, during the week? Are you serious?
Yes.
This isn't my fault that my friend just showed up and you had a little bit of a brain thing happen because of powers. It's not my fault.
Kelly, you are taking shifts.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'll take the shifts as long if you just let Rabbit out of the closet, and I'm really sorry, Joanie. I did step out because I was sick, but I needed to get some fresh air. I am in the city right now. I will be back to finish my shift. I promise. But right now, I'm kind of in the city. I'll catch
Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday?
Mm-hmm. That's the price.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's fair. Because I was there and I did work a little bit. But I did step out and I am now in the city. So that is fair.
Okay, Kelly, I got to get back to work. I'll let your friend out. I would prefer if people weren't you who aren't you in the future.
Nobody was me. That wasn't me. It's me. It was me. Nobody who wasn't me is me. Hey, it's me. It's me. Hey, huh?
Okay.
All right.
Whatever.
Hey, it's a brave new world, Joanie. It's a brave new world.
Yeah.
Just remember the Keeley videos, take some deep breaths, and have a good time.
Okay, I'll see you later, Kelly.
I'll see you later, and enjoy, working alone. And I didn't mean that to.
She hangs up on you. Rabbit, Joanie tries to open the door. I guess you've locked it at this point.
Oh, sorry. And I am gonna I'll just have. Can Moat unlock the door? How do you feel about that? Cool. I'll send Moat up to just turn that little thing, like mage hand, basically.
She opens the door and just then just stands in the doorway and just says, "Kelly says he's fine, so I guess you're free to go." But
hey, I'm really sorry about this. I really
don't ever do this to me again. Okay? I listen, I get it. The powers thing, the magic thing, the messing with my brain thing. I understand that is a thing that happens, that is a thing that's out there in the world now, that's real. Don't ever do it to me again. Do you understand?
Joanie, I will never do this to you on purpose, okay? I promise. I
do not like being fucked with.
I understand. I promise everything I've done today has been between neutrality and trying to help, okay? And I understand that I have hurt you. I have caused you strife on this day, and I'm really sorry. I don't want to do that. And you seem very, very nice, and Kelly has said enough things about you to make me think that you're a very nice person, and I don't ever want to do this. So I promise you, I will not do this to you again, okay? If I have anything to say about it.
She kind of crosses her arms over her chest and steps out of the way. Okay, go then.
If I may, I'm not necessarily busy right now, and from what I understand, Kelly had to dip and go to the city. Do you need a hand?
No. I want you to leave.
I've had a lot of jobs. Okay.
Go. Get out of here.
Is anyone watching? I'll just roll. I'm gonna roll read a bad situation because I don't want to be seen coming out of here. At least not like.
I don't think this is read a bad situation. I think this is act under pressure to get out without.
Oh, sure. Or without being like noticed. Like people can see me because again, Rabbit's not like trying not to be seen necessarily, but just like I don't want anyone to think anything about the fact that I'm walking out of the closet and leaving. So
totally.
I will roll that now. Okay. That is a 3 and a 3 for a 6. My cool is a 7 or is a 1. So that's a 7, so 13. No, my so that's a 7 total.
Okay. So on a 7 and 9, I'm going to give you a hard choice, price to pay, or worse outcome. Pick one person to have seen you leave.
Oh, I wish you had given me an actual list of the kids' names. I feel like you mentioned a couple. I'm going to say...
You could just say one of the kids, and I can fill that in.
One of the kids, have fun with that. One of the kids saw me leave.
Okay.
Walk out of the closet and go out the front door.
And if your ringer is on, Rabbit, you would be receiving a phone call from me right now.
Cool. Then I think, Rabbit's going to walk just like a little bit faster and then take that as soon as I'm at the front.
Sure.
Kelly?
Okay. Are you out of the closet?
I've been out of the closet for years, bud. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out of the closet. Cool. I'm out of the building now. I'm actually... It's kind of a cool street you work on. I haven't really...
Okay, thank you. No, we'll talk about that later. So can you get to the city right now? Can you go to the police station and can you help me get Nammi out?
Yeah, I can do that. Nammi, you said Nammi got arrested.
Yeah,
right?
Nammi got arrested. So we were trying to stuff
looks around.
We were trying to... Yeah, also looks around. We were trying to stuff the body of this dude. His name is Simon Pip. I went and gave him a little talking to. Simon Pip, can you believe that? Isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
Isn't that a funny name?
It's a funny name.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I thought so.
Yeah, it's a pretty funny name, Kelly.
No, I was trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Apparently some sort of monster hunter or whatever.
You hear the engine start on the motorcycle. Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. So just if you can get to the city police station immediately, you and me, I mean like Nami's not like built for
Wait.
Jail.
There's got to be multiple police stations in the city, right?
Well, it's the one closest to the bridge between the town and everything. Not the bridge. I mean, like just the separation.
I can find that. I can find that. I'm sure. Okay. I'm gonna rush there. Okay.
I'm gonna be on my way there too. I'm taking the subway. Oh yeah, no, I'm golden. I'm good. I was supposed to work tonight and I'm not, and I'm getting to do this instead, which is pretty cool. So.
Well, you're okay. I'm okay. We just gotta hope Nami's okay.
Rabbit, you're getting another call.
I'll call you back, love. Bye.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be... Okay.
And I'll connect to the other call.
Rabbit, are you all right?
Mom, yeah. I'm good. Sorry, I was just going to call you. Everything's fine. It's all resolved. They don't think anything. I'm good. I got out. We're fine. I was just panicking for a minute. I just, I didn't know what to do, but I figured it out. We're okay. Are you okay?
One of your cousins passed away tonight.
Oh, no. Who was it? You can't kill corn on the corn moon, Sam. You can't kill corn before we meet corn.
I made this decision like a long time ago.
Oh.
But it actually is corn.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
On the full corn moon.
On the full corn
2022. Okay.
This was completely unintentional. It's
God.
Just a
magic is real. I want you all to know if any magic is real, it's moon magic. Let's carry on.
Corn's name that they went by in polite society is Neve Gardner. And your mom says, we don't really know what happened to them.
Oh my God.
We were hoping that you could come over and maybe help us get to the bottom of things.
Oh God, Mom, I'm so sorry. I mean, of course, I'll be there as soon as I can, but I am in the middle of helping a friend with like another important situation that I can't really like a private. It's you know I love you, Mom. I mean, family is really important. Is there any chance I can come like a little bit later tonight and still be helpful? Like I want to be there for you, but I've promised someone else my help.
There's kind of like a muffled sound on the phone, like someone is putting their hand over the receiver. Mm-hmm. And then there's like a fumbling of someone like handing the phone to someone else. And you hear a different voice come on. It is Cold's voice.
Oh, God.
And Cold says, Rabbit, your coven needs you.
Can my coven wait just an hour or two? You know I love you. You can't doubt my loyalty, but is there any way?
I hope we will see you soon, Rabbit.
Oh, God. Okay. Oh, yes, of course. And I wish you all, of course, the best in the time between now and then. This is such a hard thing. I will be there. I will be there, Cold. Thank you.
And then it gets passed back to your mom, and she says, Rabbit, we...
I'm gonna be there as soon as I can, okay? I promise. I'll rush straight there.
Don't keep Cold waiting.
Okay. I know. I won't. I love you, Mom.
I love you too, sweetie. We will see you soon.
Yes, I'll
Hugs.
be there soon. Hugs and love. Bye-bye.
Nammi, you and Ace are standing in the parking lot surrounded by police cruisers. There are streetlights faintly humming towards the outer edge of the lot, and there's a big chain link fence that encircles all of it. Ace lets out like a big breath, like a big sigh, and says, oh my God, I can't believe we just did that. Okay, we have to go. Where do we go? Where do we go now?
Oh, it's my decision. Okay. We could go to, we could go to maybe, back to Norfork? Back to Norfork?
Okay, great.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds great. Okay,
yeah.
This way? And Ace just like picks a direction and starts running.
Okay, yeah. I'll run after them.
You two like get to this chain link fence and there is like barbed wire on top. Ace like looks up at this barbed wire and just like looks over at you.
Can I smite the chain link fence?
Yeah, sure. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
9.
9. So on a 7 to 9, you and the thing do harm against each other. So here's what I'm going to say. You absolutely can like just pulverize this fence. What does it look like when Nammi does this?
Well, I'm using my smite, so it's there's a bright pink light again, but it is just like a pulsating pink light because I'm imagining she's hitting it multiple times. And then there's like one final moment where, like, you know how in anime, like the bright light happens and you can't see anything.
Ace is kind of like covering their eyes, and then they like finally lower their hands, and there's just like a perfect like circular hole in the fence. Are the edges of the fence, like, does it look burned? Does it look like melted?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And there's like maybe some like melted metal just like on the ground now. And Ace like just carefully steps through over the melted metal, and it says, I had an idea.
Okay.
There's somewhere else we could go.
Where?
You know how I said I did some work for the Dreadringers?
Yeah.
I mean, if we're looking for a place that's safe from the police, they kind of have a monopoly on that.
Right. Okay. Would they be able to help with investigating what's going on with Kennedy?
I have to assume. I mean, the Carmichael, the head there, he's got all kinds of resources. I'm sure if I just explain to him what's going on, he would help us.
Okay, well, I trust you, Ace, if that's what you think will be best.
Okay, we need to get to the subway. And they start like looking around and they're like, I don't really know the city that well. I I think it's this way. And they start kind of like jogging down the street.
Okay, we'll follow them.
Y'all find your way to a subway stop and walk down the stairs. I think it's like big concrete structures. Like someone tried to make it look nice, but it's kind of like brutalist a little bit down here. I think it's like starting to get a little bit cold as this storm rolls in. And Ace is just like wringing their hands as the two of you are waiting for this train.
Okay, so
yeah, everything's fine. We're out of the jail.
Yeah. Are we gonna have to live on the run now?
What's that?
Nammi, where are you from?
Not here. How do I describe it? So you know Dranya?
No.
How could you? All right. Dranya is a goddess of fertility and love. And so I come from where she is. What she created?
It's like another world? Is it like a planet? Are you an alien?
Whoa, that's crazy. I don't know what that even is. What's an alien?
Like Mars. Are you from Mars?
I don't know what that is. No, I'm not from Mars. Wait, Mars is like another god.
Mars is like another god. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. My worldview is getting like really amended really quickly.
It took me a second. I was like, because you were talking about him like he's like a place. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. He's a person.
Well, there is a place. There is a place called Mars. It's like in the sky.
Oh.
Like, you know, the moon?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that, but bigger and further away.
Well, that's really hard to wrap my brain around, but I trust you.
So, yeah, on the run means like the police are not going to stop looking for us just because we left. And especially not since we burned a big hole in their fence, which I'm not. That was great. I'm not complaining. I'm just, I don't know that you can go back to work.
Oh, but Heather needs help. So I definitely need to go back to work is the thing.
If you do, they might arrest you.
Well, what are they going to do? If they arrest me, then I'll just end up back in jail again and they'll get out.
I guess that's true. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with you. I don't know. I don't know what they're...
I don't know. I think people are scared of being arrested just a little too much, maybe, because it's easy to get out. Like, the werewolf guy was going to help us, but we were just in a rush, so we just had to make that go faster, right?
Oh, my God. Almost, I'm probably going to lose Almos as at least representation, if not a friend. And I still haven't canceled the wedding venue. Everything has been moving so fast. They're closed already. I haven't had a chance to call them. It's supposed to be tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a problem, but you're probably not going to get your deposit back. It's a little late.
So you know deposit, but you don't know on the run.
Well, yeah, because I've dealt with deposits.
Okay, all right, okay. I guess I can't think about it right now. Okay, Carmichael, we're going to the Dreadringers, and then that will just have to be. They'll know what to do, right? They'll know what to do. They'll fix it,
right?
Yeah. The subway train pulls up, and this big grinding, metal sound. The doors open, and the next we see of you and Ace are standing outside of a club in the city. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for listening to Pest Control. We really appreciate all of your support. That means you, especially. Yeah. No, you. No, stop looking around for other people. I mean you. If you want to help us out just a little bit more, we are just a fledgling podcast, which means we need to get into the ears of as many people as possible in order to do our dark work. If you want to help us with those goals, you can leave a review, including on Spotify or your podcast platform of choice, or why not just tell a friend? This show is best enjoyed with the company of others. If you're interested in hearing more from us, you can look us up on Twitter at Pest Control Pod, on co-host at Pest Control, and on Discord, there is a server invite in the episode description below. This week's promo is for Thornvale, which is a Monster of the Week show that is near and dear to us. We are on a Discord server called The Actual Place, that is PLAYCE, run by the Keeper over there. Thornvale is a Monster of the Week show about a group of hunters trying to defend their small Florida island from the monsters that threaten it. The next episode of Pest Control will be up on January 22nd. See you then.
Do you love role-playing or tabletop games? Do you love Monster of the Week shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Supernatural? Do you wish you could find a podcast that combines all of those things? Well, look no further. Thornvale is a narrative-driven actual play podcast following 3 monster hunters as they fight to keep a small town in Florida safe from the creatures that threaten it. It's full of action. So do you actually say that?
Yes, I'm actually going to say that. I'll be like, I'll distract him, you get him. And so I'm going to try...
Okay, Bjorn, how are you going to get him? Comedy.
I just got this image in my head, now this is me, not Sammy, of this dragon that was collecting materials for a chicken farm.
And truly awful dice rolls.
Nope, another 3. That's my second 3 in a row.
Oh my gosh.
We're killing this thing.
If that sounds like it's up your alley, then look us up wherever you listen to podcasts.
Kelly, you are headed to the police station, correct?
I get down into the subway, and I'm actually going to use my weird move.
Oh, okay, great.
Which is trust your gut, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so you took an alternative weird move because Kelly cannot use
magic.
Doesn't
have powers, yeah. So trust your gut is when you consult your instincts about what to do next, roll plus weird. On a 10 or more, the Keeper will tell you where you should go. Wherever that is, it will be important. You get +1 on going on the way to that place. On a 7 to 9, the Keeper will tell you a general direction to go. Take +1 forward as you explore that. On a miss, your instincts lead you into danger. So, yeah, so I'm going to do that. I want you to know that my weird is 0.
Mine too.
Okay, excellent.
That's why gravity magic is a bad idea.
But I'm like, yeah, I really want to. I mean, if I go to the police station, Nammi's not going to be there. Like in the meta, I know that. But like, so like either way, I feel like I'm leading myself astray. I could be. And this is the one chance I get to like actually be like, you know what? Maybe I should trust my gut that like Nammi would have gotten out of it. But I don't want to make that decision as a player because I feel like that's too meta, you know?
Yeah, let's make a roll for it.
Okay. So what is what's 4 plus 0?
Oh, it's a failure, unfortunately.
I think I'll mark a little experience there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have a couple of competing instincts here.
So I'm down in the subway. The train, the cart just pulled up. The doors are open. I need to get on now if I'm going to the police station, or I got a feeling.
Kelly, you are feeling inextricably drawn to Norfork. You have this feeling inside that says Nammi's going to be okay. Nammi knows what's up. She's going to be all right. I need to get back to Norfork because whatever is going on is a problem. And specifically, I don't think we got enough information at the Aruna house. I need to go back.
Okay, cool. Then I exit back out of the subway and I'm gonna find the nearest like bus that goes between, and I'm gonna get on that and go right back to Norfork.
All right. You are on your way back to the Aruna house. Rabbit, are you headed to the police station still?
So I think Rabbit's motorcycle was facing towards the city. So as he gets off the phone call, he's kind of like looking forward towards the city and towards his friends and looks back over his shoulder the other way towards his home. And he does start driving the motorcycle forward, and then we'll do a U-turn in the street and head home to family. He has determined that his friends will be more understanding than his family at this point. So
okay. Rabbit, you drive for a ways. You know where Korn lives. You're fairly familiar with where all of the members of, where all of your cousins live. It is a little bit of a drive. It's maybe 20, 25 minutes to get over there. But when you arrive, you see a couple of cars parked out on the street. You recognize them as Cold's car. I think she drives like some sort of like BMW or something like that. Mm-hmm. You see a car that belongs to your mother's, maybe 2 of them. And you see a couple of various other cars that you know belong to other cousins.
Sure.
There is a light on inside of Corn's house, but no one is out front. And it is like quite dark outside.
So when Rabbit's riding his motorcycle, he's basically like none of his body is showing when he's riding it. Helmet completely obscures his face and everything. He's got like leather jacket, leather gloves.
Mm-hmm.
So while riding, he was shapeshifting into his 3rd appearance, the one that we have not seen yet. Primary appearance. We've seen Sage Brennan, we've seen Rabbit Moon, and now we are seeing
Barley Porter.
Oh my God. So he's turning into Barley to go to Corn's house. Gonna step off the motorcycle and start walking up to the house and take off the helmet to reveal this just like mundane white guy. Just like looks like he's kind of, he's got like a blue plaid shirt. He replaces the helmet with just like a gray baseball cap. He's got a short brown beard, kind of, a friendly smile. The kind of guy you look at once and don't think about again.
Yeah.
Most of the time. And Barley Porter a few people know him around town as being like a trucker or a delivery driver or something from out of town who just kind of passes through a lot. My favorite thing about being him is no one looks twice or thinks a dang old thing about me. So Barley Porter's gonna walk up to the door and give a polite 2 knock and just kind of wait there, cross his hands at his waist.
You knock on the door and there's a moment, and then you hear a little bit of conversation, and then you hear someone walk up to the door. And the person who opens the door is Pink Moon, also known as Stella Hartley. She opens the door. I think she has... I'm just going to do this. I think she has dyed pink hair.
Sure.
And she opens the door, and it is like very clear that she has been crying. She is a Latinx woman, fairly young, like maybe early 30s. And I think she wears a lot of white. Like I think she's wearing like a white denim jacket and really bleached looking sneakers. And she opens the door and says, "Barley, come in. Come in."
Hey there, cuz I'm real sorry to hear the news. You said I can come in?
Yeah, come on in. And she welcomes you inside. There are quite a few people in here. You tell me, do you think all 3 of your moms would be here?
I think they would all be here or on their way. One of them maybe is working.
Okay.
I think I would say like one of them is on the way, just for a little bit of narrative variety.
Great. Then, you see 2 of your moms already here. You see Pink, you see Cold, who is just kind of like crossed arms, like leaning up against a wall in the corner. You also see, I think there's probably 2 other members of the coven here. There is Buck, who is Aston Kurt, but goes by Buck even in polite society. And there is Beaver, who goes by Helen Madara. Buck is he, him, and Helen is she, her. Helen is sitting at a small kitchen table. She has what looks like a casserole sitting in front of her with the like tinfoil still over the top of it, and is just like sitting on the counter still covered. And she kind of has her head in her hands, and I think Buck is maybe like rubbing her back. And your moms come up to you and give you just a huge hug, just one at a time.
Oh, hey there, moms. I'm real sorry
sweetie.
To hear what happened.
Yeah. We're honestly not sure totally what's going on yet. Obviously, don't tell anyone about this yet. I mean, seeing multiple members of the coven at the same place in the first place is already bad enough, but there's a significant amount of blood.
Oh my God. Did it happen here? Now, a significant amount of blood, like... first of all, do you think I'm safe in here from prying eyes, or?
We have all the windows drawn. No one is looking in here.
I think I'm gonna just go back to Blue if that seems all right. And he actually looks at Cold at this point, though he's asking his mom's.
Cold just gives you like a small nod.
Okay. Yeah, then Rabbit is going to, as they're continuing to talk, because he's not really worried about like the unseemly nature of this so much. I think he's just gonna like start kind of slowly shifting his face and his body back into Rabbit mode. Do you mind if I take a look around in there a little bit?
Of course, but just prepare yourself.
No, I understand. Listen, I actually, I don't like to jump to conclusions, but there was another death, it seems, recently, possibly nearby, and possibly another person of non-mortal abilities. I'm just kind of just looking into that in my spare time. I like to get involved in the town and see what's going on. And there was a lot of blood there too. Just to maybe put that on our brains, because I know we got a lot of good brains in this room. I kind of want to look into what happened here. If I can stomach it. I can't believe Corin's gone.
We can't.
When was the last time any of you heard from them?
Well, that's the thing. Beaver was coming over this evening to have dinner. And well, she's the one that found everything.
Beaver, I'm so sorry.
Helen just kind of like gives you a sad, like very sad nod and just like is like, you can see her hands kind of trembling a little bit. I'm picturing Helen as sort of an older Asian woman with sort of like gray, white hair. She is dressed in kind of like a long floral dress of some kind. And she's maybe wearing like sort of rounded glasses.
Can I add a detail to this character?
Yeah, of course.
Have you? I can let you determine if this is a current or former profession or some other means. But I think she also has a lanyard on her for an airline. There's a woman who feeds stray cats in our neighborhood that I see when I come home from work sometimes, and I talked to her last night. And you were largely describing her down to like what I've seen her wearing, but she also has a Delta Airlines lanyard on. So I just want to. This woman seems really nice, and is a passing stranger. So I want to immortalize her partially in this. She's turning 82 soon.
Wow.
Yeah, really cool. Anyway, so.
Yeah, I think maybe Helen like works the counter at the local airport.
Yeah, and is able to fly around a lot, which is really good for the Coven.
Yeah,
because
totally. And hey, flying around gets you closer to the moon. So
hey, take me up there, Daddy.
So Rabbit, you are led back into the bedroom here, and. I think, again, before they open the door, your moms say, just like, prepare yourself. And then they open the door and you see, it's pretty much what you saw in the Aruna household. There is a lot of blood here. This time it is sort of like splattered on the walls a little bit, as well as being on the bed and on the carpet. But instead of leading towards the hallway, this leads towards, there's a set of sliding closet doors on one side of the room, mirrored sliding closet doors. And as you walk up, you can see that this like wide trail of blood leading to those doors.
I was led in here by one of my mom,
probably. Yeah.
Cool. Let's say it was Wolf.
Okay.
Alex Wolf.
Wait, no. Alex is Snow. Meg is Snow.
Meg is Wolf. Cool. Okay. Meg Wolf. Hey, Mom. Has anybody checked out those doors there where the trail's leading?
That was the first place we looked. We were worried there might be a body in there, but there's nothing as far as we can tell.
Okay. And do we have any idea, like, when this might have happened or when it couldn't have happened?
Helen got here, let's see, what time would it be now? Helen got here at 8:30, so it had to have happened before then.
Okay. And Sam, for me, would that likely be 8:30 a.m., like this morning?
No, 8:30 p.m.
p.m. Okay, cool. So we're in late night right now.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And can you remind me the other murder or the other like incident?
Mm-hmm.
That would have been before this, or before 8:30 at least, right? Because that was like
happened either last night or this morning.
Okay, cool.
It's unclear which at this moment.
And is there anyone who saw Corin like last night or earlier today or talked to them?
Not that we know of right now.
Okay. And any evidence of Corin around here? Maybe the phone or something, cell phone around that we could look into?
Yeah, I think she says, their cell phone was still on the nightstand.
Okay. Is it on the nightstand now, Sam, or is that?
I don't think they've disturbed it.
Cool. I think we should try to get anyone in the Coven who can maybe break into that and try to see if there's any messages or anything, any calls. Do you mind bringing that back to the family, and I'm going to look around in here a little bit?
Of course, sweetie, of course. And she goes and grabs it and heads back down the hall.
Are you okay, Mom?
I'm a little shaken up, to be honest, honey.
And he gives her another big hug, very warm, soft, rapid hug, and then says, all right, I'm going to look around. I'll come out in a little bit.
Okay.
The first thing Rabbit does is close the door into this room and fall up against the wall and cry for a little bit.
Yeah.
For a good few minutes, like 2 or 3 minutes at least. And then he does, just sort of start to collect himself and clear his eyes a little bit. And then I am going to go look inside of the closet. I feel like I should investigate a mystery.
You can definitely investigate a mystery here. I want to lead into that by saying you walk up to the closet door. You can kind of vaguely hear the crickets chirping outside. and you pull back the closet door, and there is just nothing inside of there. There's not a drop of blood inside.
And the bloodline goes right up to the closet, right?
Correct.
Well, that's weird. Taking note of that, for sure. At least Rabbit is. Also, hopefully I can remember. But are there like clothes hanging in this closet? Things set up? It's like normal. Is there room for a person to hide in here?
Definitely not.
Okay. So what I'm looking for especially, because I knew, I was able to recognize that like when I got shot, I forgot I got shot in the leg, that it was rock salt, right?
Yes.
I'm specifically like especially looking around for like signs of rock salt.
Okay.
And then just anything else that I might find. So I think I'm gonna roll sharp to investigate a mystery here as I'm investigating this mystery of what happened. Okay. So that's an 11.
An 11. Okay.
On a 10 plus, hold 2 to ask questions from the list here.
And again, just as a reminder, we're homebrewing that so you can spend 1 hold to ask a general question and 2 hold to ask a specific question.
I think I'm going to start with what is being concealed here.
There's 2 things that you find. The first is when you dig around in the back of the closet, hidden behind some other books is a little journal. The other thing that you find is it looks like as you kind of like cast your eyes around the room, you realize that the light bulbs are shattered. But there's no evidence of them on the floor. There's no sign of the like pieces on the floor.
But there's like the shards connected to like the screw or whatever. Okay.
Yep.
And that's in the whole room and the closet?
That is in the whole room and the closet. Specifically, I think there was in the closet, I think there was one of those like hanging light bulbs.
Yeah.
And you just see it and it's just like broken. It's just like shattered, but it's still like hanging there. Do you open the journal?
Yeah, Rabbit considers for a while that this is probably Korn's private journal, and I'm not sure if I want to make the call on like reading into their life, but I'm also thinking if I'm the only one who knows about this, Rabbit tries to temper these thoughts around family, but he does have these sorts of thoughts. It's like, there might be things in here that I should see before someone like Cold. Yeah. And then Rabbit's like, okay, don't think about that, but you should read this anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to open it up and see what's going on in here.
Cool. You flip to the last couple of pages, and there's 2 things of note here. The first is Korn notes in the journal a recurring meeting that they have at Wilson Dillard High School, which you know is the disused high school in Norfork. It is the high school that has been shut down. It is an ongoing meeting that is only labeled MSG, and there's little notes after every meeting that say like, group went well.
Isn't MSG the Myriad meetup group that we talked about? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Which Rabbit has been invited to but not been to.
Yes. It is notable that this is in a sort of secret journal. Mm-hmm. The Coven would not be okay with someone attending a group like this.
Maybe that's probably why Rabbit hasn't been going, or part of it at least.
Yeah.
Okay. So definitely I think Rabbit feels he made the right call here in not being like, hey, what's this journal? Y'all know about this?
Yeah.
But also, shit, now I have to deal with this. Now I have to decide what to do. I'm a baby. I'm a moon baby.
The other thing that you discover is the very last entry in the journal. You see that Korn has been keeping a log of their dreams going back years and years. Like there's probably 2 years worth of dreams in this journal just as you're flipping through. And as you flip to the very last page, it just says, had sleep paralysis for the first time. Not sure what it means. It is dated from 2 days ago.
2 days ago. Okay. Gonna slip that one into he's gonna open the blue plaid shirt, and then Moat is gonna create a little pocket, pocket of light inside pocket, and Rabbit's gonna slip it into there, button the shirt back up.
Nammi, you and Ace are standing outside of a club in the city. You can hear the kind of like pulsing music coming from inside. I think this club is called Volcanic. It's like a faint red light sort of coming from inside. There's a big bouncer out front and a couple of people in line sort of waiting to get let in. And Ace walks up to the bouncer and says, I'm here to see Carmichael. And the bouncer like looks them up and down and then looks at you and says, who's your friend?
Oh, hi, I'm Nammi. Nice to meet you.
You got business with Carmichael?
Yes.
You got any weapons on you?
No.
Raise your arms. And he pats you down you don't have your sword on you, right?
I do not have my sword on me.
Okay, cool. He pats you down, and then he pats Ace down, and then he looks at you again, Nammi, and he says, weren't you on the news earlier?
Oh my goodness. Did they, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Weren't you talking about them? They point to Ace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, correct.
Okay, follow me. And they sort of put that little red rope over the entrance to Volcanic, and the people in line groan.
Sorry.
The bouncer leads you inside, and the music just is so loud in here. It is just like, pulsing through you. You can feel it all the way in your bones. I don't know, has Nammi ever been to a club before?
You know what? I think Nammi, because of her love of that kind of style of music, would have been to a club. Yeah.
Sure, great. Okay, cool. Have you been to a club in the city or only a club in Norfork?
Yeah, I think only in Norfork, probably. Okay. I don't think Nammi's been in the city very often.
Then I think maybe the music and the lighting and the things in here, it just feels a little like meaner. Like I think the volume is a little bit higher. People are pushing into you a little bit more. Even like the wait staff has kind of a grumpy, or not grumpy necessarily, but kind of a stoic look on their face as you are led back into the back. And this bouncer raps on a big wooden door. And after a moment, the door opens. Standing in the doorway is a broad-shouldered white man who looks to be in his 50s. His eyes are dark, but you can't tell if it's just the angle of the shadow or whether his irises are truly black. He's got a widow's peak, but also a receding hairline, so it's kind of receding on either side of the top of his head, cut high and tight like a military commander. It's definitely gone gray at this point. It's pretty much entirely gray, but you get the sense that he likes it that way. He has a big cigar, smoking a little, clutched between two of his fingers. As he sees the two of you, he scans you like a headline and says, "Ace, welcome back, come on in." You two are led inside, and the bouncer shuts that big wooden door behind you. And that music is now muted. You can still hear it thumping against the walls, but it's way less pervasive. You don't feel it in your bones now. This is Carmichael, by the way, the arch vampire. I think maybe you can even see his fangs as he kind of smiles at you. He sits down in a big leather chair behind the desk and says, "Ace Aruna, you are making a name for yourself on the news tonight. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the pretty little thing who's helping you make it."
Hi, my name's Nammi.
Nammi, pleasure to meet you. Ace says, "Look, Carmichael, I don't know what happened to Kennedy, but something big happened. I think she's dead, and we escaped the police station." And Carmichael kind of puts up a hand and turns to you, Nammi, and says, "Tell me a little bit about yourself."
Oh, gladly. My name's Nammi. I came from Dranya, and I've been here for about 3 years, 2-3 years. I was supposed to help out with a really big mission, and I kind of messed up. So I'm trying to make it up, Looking for some measure of redemption? Yeah, and Nammi kind of, for the first time that we've seen her, looks a little sad and distant. And you can see Carmichael kind of running his tongue over his fangs a little bit, just like on one side and then the other. And he says, "I can work with that. So Ace, you need help. You need, what? Some place to stay, somewhere to stay out of the public eye for a minute while you do some research of your own?" And Ace says, "Yeah, that, and then also any resources that you could spare. I would do anything. I would do anything if we could just find Kennedy, if we could just find out what happened." Carmichael looks down at his desk and says, "Anything, huh? What about you, Nammi? What do you need?" Well, I don't need anything. I just want to help Ace out.
There's a place you can go. Safe house. It'll keep the cops off your trail for a couple of days, at least, buy you some time. After that, you may want to think about relocating. The city police are getting closer. And frankly, I can't see myself spending any of my contacts there on the two of you. That being said, anything you need, food, equipment, information, I can get you those things. Just understand there will be a price. There is always a price when you deal with me. And those that don't pay that price, and you can see him kind of like grit his teeth now, they end up on my wall. And he kind of like gestures over, and there are framed photographs of a couple of people. Nammi, you definitely recognize at least a couple of them from news articles from the city where they were involved in some sort of terrible accident.
Oh boy.
And among those framed photos, you see Kelly.
Oh.
You don't want to end up on my wall.
Right. Are these all just like it's a very large wall. Are these all people who you have already dealt with, or are they like, is it like a list?
Some have been dealt with. Those are the ones with the mahogany frames. The ones with the black frames are outstanding.
Like targets.
Targets. People I would pay to see off the streets.
All right. Got it.
He puts up a hand. He's kind of messing with one of his fangs, and he picks something out from between his teeth and flicks it away. You ever think about becoming a vampire, Nammi?
Oh, no.
There's a lot of benefits.
I feel like I'm pretty good where I'm at right now, but maybe I'll consider it in the future.
Well, you just come find me if you're ever reconsidering.
Okay. Thank you.
Alrighty. He pushes a card across the table to you where he scribbled something down. After the next, we'll call it 3 days, I'll come to collect. Do what you need to do before then.
Okay.
And as the two of you turn to leave, the door opens from the outside. The bouncer opens it for you, and someone else stumbles in. And sure enough, it is one of the people in those black frames. And they are like pushed to the ground in front of the two of you. And as you turn back to look, you see Carmichael lick his lips. And he says, well, well, well. Nammi, let's keep in touch. And then the door closes. Kelly, you arrive back at the Aruna house. The bus drops you off a couple of blocks away, and it's a pretty easy walk back to the house. You see that there is now a police car that is parked across the street that has a person in it that is sort of like watching the house. What do you do?
I don't take I get off the bus, I wait for the bus to go away, I walk a little bit, and then I look around and duck into people's backyards. Mm-hmm. Kelly's done this enough pretty much, and has done so much research now that he knows what yards have back automatic lights and stuff like that.
Right.
So
right.
Very careful to avoid those sorts of things. While doing this, pulling the ski mask back out of the bandolier and putting it back on. And then I think getting over to the fence that keeps coming up as the thing that you can climb over. That's where he gets to as he's seeing the police vehicle. I'm going to use burglar to get into a secure location.
Okay.
Re-breaking into the secure location from earlier.
Breaking into the same place.
So, not bad. I think I just rolled a 9. And on a 7 and 9, pick 2. You get in undetected. You get out undetected. You don't leave a mess. And you find what you were after. So, I'm going to do you get in undetected and you find what you're after.
Okay. Sounds good. You make your way inside, basically it's almost like if this were a TV show, we would see the exact same thing. Kelly doing the exact same thing that we saw them do a couple of episodes ago. You come in the sliding glass door and just softly close it behind you. And Kelly, as you turn to look at the house, now quiet and dark, what are you looking for?
I'm basically doing what Rabbit is doing, but just at this house. I am now to the point where I'm like, we have to figure out, like, I need to know myself that Ace didn't do this.
Yeah.
Like, so I need to know, like, I need to find something weird. Like, weirder, like, the weird thing that the blood is there, like, all over the ground, and, like, Ace is a vampire, that's already weird enough. I need to find, like, the thing. You know, I'm looking for that one thing. And I definitely want to check the closet because Simon was like hiding in there, and we definitely didn't get a chance to like peruse a lot of that stuff as we were grabbing the suitcase to get out of here. So
we see you wander back into the bedroom, and there's just kind of like, we see the street light in the window. You're mostly cloaked in shadow here. And, you know, you open the closet door and take a look inside. We get that shot from inside the closet looking back at you. You kind of move some of the clothes to one side, but there's not really evidence of anything new in here. It's pretty normal. There's a safe. You kind of like, you know, spend a couple minutes like getting it open, and you see there's like a passport and some cash and like nothing that would, maybe there's a little bit more cash than you would expect, but nothing that would overtly signal anything strange. And then as you're coming back out of the bedroom, you realize that at the end of the hall, there is a new door. A door that was not here the last time you were in the house.
Kelly very cautiously approaches the door. Is it just like a regular, there's a doorknob and...
It looks exactly like every other door in this house, except it is set into the hall in a weird way where you know there is like, it would be like a back entrance to the back of the cupboards in the kitchen.
Gotcha. Okay, then Kelly's gonna pull some like rope, like string, like out of his bandolier, just like a little bit. It's like a fishing line, or piano wire. Ooh. And is just going to like wrap it around the doorknob, and is gonna try to turn the doorknob. Is it unlocked?
It is unlocked.
Okay, turn it just enough to pull it like a little bit out, and then it's gonna like go to the end of the hall and yank on the string to open it the rest of the way.
Yeah, we see that long shot from your perspective at the end of the hallway as you pull the string taut and the door slowly creaks open. And inside, you see shapes. There's just like darkness and these like big shapes.
Oh gosh. I'm gonna creep in closer.
As you creep towards this door, inside, barely illuminated by the streetlights, you see a barrage of broken things. Imagine crawling through the back of a broken piano, down half a corrugated sewer pipe, and out through a deflated bouncy castle propped up with barbecue forks. It is that endlessly. You see it as far as you can see into this place, which is not that far. It's maybe 10 feet, 15 feet. There are just things in here.
Can I go in?
Yeah, you can absolutely go in.
Kelly goes in.
Kelly, I need you to act under pressure.
Okay.
It's your favorite.
Yes, my absolute favorite. Oh my gosh. I got a 10. Six and 3 is 9, and then +1 for 10.
Kelly, you are just quick enough to move out of the way as something leans out from the darkness and attempts to grab you. It is scrabbling towards you. It is moving these long, kind of like undulating movements, and it is moving towards you quickly. What do you do?
I'm just gonna like tumble back out of the door and just slam it shut if I can find the time to do that.
You pull open the doorway, tumble back outside, scramble further into the hallway as far as you can get from this thing, and then look back as you realize you haven't yet shut the door, and the door is gone.